Hello everyone. It's Dr. Sanait Adebo. I hope you are doing well. Today I had an interview with my friend Devi. Uh, we talked about how to live a happy, fulfilled life, how we can overcome our limiting beliefs that are holding us back and become who we are created to be, and how to enjoy everyday life. And so I would highly recommend you checking that interview. You can find it on my Facebook page. I will leave a link below also. But we also talked a lot about parenting and being the best for our kids, so they'll become healthy, strong children. And so I want to give you a few parenting tips to make you comfortable and a confident parent, and to ensure that you're doing all you can to raise healthy, responsible, and strong kids. There's something exciting too I want to talk to you about. I am going to have my clinic, a Devo clinic, up and running in about 2 weeks. I'm really excited about it. It will be primarily pediatric clinic. I'll be focusing more on weight loss and managing weight. So let's get right to it. I'm going to give you 5 tips to parent effectively during this new world. I believe we're living in a new world, right? And so the first thing would be spend quality time. You know, whether you are working mom or stay-at-home mom, there's always a lot of things that need for your attention, that will distract your attention. But like being intentional about spending quality time with your child, especially if you have multiple children, spending one-on-one time with each child, at least 10 to 15 minutes every day, preferably in the morning. But if you have to run to work in the morning, you can do it whenever you are available. You don't have to necessarily be staying at home parent, to spend that quality time. You know, remember that it's quality that matters, not quantity. Not the amount of time you spend, but the quality of communication and the quality of interaction you have with your child. The second one is communicate your love to your child in their love languages. It's obvious that all of us parents love our kids. You know, there's no parent who doesn't love their kids, but sometimes we fail to communicate our love. Maybe we have a different love language or than our child. This can apply with your significant other, spouse and stuff too. But you know, if you haven't checked it out yet, I highly recommend you checking the 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. He has it for children, for marriage, and so I do recommend you checking that up too. But he says there are 5 love languages. They are, the first one is words of affirmation. There's no order, so you can remember them in any order you'd like, but one of them is words of affirmation. The second one is physical touch. The third one is spending quality time. The fourth is gift. The fifth one is act of service. And so I think most of us have a little bit of each, but we communicate love, or we receive love strongly in one of the 5 areas. So identify which one it is strong for your child and communicate that love in their love language. If it's physical contact, make sure that you give them that physical contact, hug, kisses, and things like that. Maybe it's not for you, but if it's strong on your child, I do, see which one is their love language and make sure you communicate your love in their love language, not yours. All right? So that's important. The third one is affirm your kids more and more, especially on the things they do well. Recognize their strengths. as human beings, we tend to focus on the negative and what's lacking, and we kind of overlook what is good and what's strong in our children. So I want to encourage you to pay attention and kind of discover what the strengths are in your child, and be intentional about affirming them. That will help them develop a sense of self-worth. It will help them avoid self-doubt that is pandemic during this time, right? The third one is guide and teach them. As parents, we have the responsibility of guiding them and teaching them. So if they do things wrong, use each opportunity as a teaching opportunity to teach them life lessons, to help them learn for the next time, instead of yelling at them or demeaning or belittling them. Be careful on not doing that, but use each opportunity to teach them. And too much grace may not be good, but practice a little bit of grace once in a while. The last one would be allow them to express themselves freely. We kind of restrict them from expressing themselves fully sometimes, right? Especially if there's if it's a social occasion or there are other people, you're worried about how you would appear with others. So use a lot of humor and let them express themselves freely. That doesn't mean allow everything. If they are heading in the wrong direction, or they're doing things wrong, or they're saying things they shouldn't, just teach them without removing emotion from the equation as much as possible. The last one would be, when they're emotional, instead of suppressing it, especially when it comes to negative emotions, we as adults to try to suppress negative emotion. We don't want to feel them because it's uncomfortable, right? And I believe that's why we sometimes yell, because we don't want to feel the discomfort of anger or frustration or not being heard. But be mindful of that and just feel it. The truth is that all the either positive or negative emotions usually just last a minute or two, not more than that. And if your child is feeling negative emotion, to help them process it, help them feel it and go through it instead of rushing to make them feel better. I hope you found value in this. I will look forward to see you in my next video. I'm getting a little bit more busier, but I will make videos as often as I can. And if there's something you'd like to learn more or hear more about, feel free to let me know. All right, you guys, take care. If you haven't done it yet, please do subscribe, like, and share too. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you next. Bye.